Hello and welcome to Photoshop Super Shorts, the instructional series where we try to show you in 5 minutes or less how to do something really cool with Photoshop. Today's lesson, we're going to be showing you how to make this blue shiny ball for all your blue shiny ball needs. We begin, as always, with an empty Photoshop screen. Hitting Control N brings up the new window, and I'm just making this 100% to fill the screen. First thing we want to do is over here on this create new layer icon, click that twice. We need two new layers, one for the ball, one for the reflection that's going to lay on top of it. I click on the shape tool, which can be a number of shapes. We're going to choose ellipse. Then go dead center in the middle of the screen and pull out the shape. Holding Shift constrains it to be circular. Holding Alt makes it come out from the center. And we just pick about what we want the size to be, and that's the disk our ball is going to be based on. Just about everything else is done with the layer effects. We go down to this FX icon. We're going to hit Color Overlay. Here's where I'm going to make it blue. This gives us the ability, if we wanted to change the color later on after we make it. Inner glow is how we're going to make it round, because now it's just a flat blue disk. So we change screen to multiply, we change yellow to black, and then we move this size knob up, and you can see it moves in from the edges. We want it to be about like that. Then lighten it up so there's a hint of it. We just want it to be rounding the edges but not really being overly dark. That's good. With that still open, we're not going to accept that yet. We're going to go up and click on the word inner shadow. Then change the 120 here to 90 and watch the disk. As I move the distance, you see it shifting downward. I want to set the distance so it's about a third of the way down, like that. And then kick the size up until it looks about right. I'm just eyeballing it. There's no real formula for it. That being done, now I click OK to accept that layer style. Next step, I grab the magic wand tool. I need a selection, this shape. So I'm going to just click right in there, and that'll give me that selection. Then I'm going to layer 2, which has nothing on it right now. I'm going to grab the gradient tool, which is set foreground to background, and we have white in the foreground, black in the background. If you don't have that, click this and then click the arrows to reverse it. Go to the top of the disk and pull down to the bottom of the disk. This gives us a lovely gradient. Next step, Control T. Allows me to transform that selection. So I pull it up about halfway on the ball, maybe a little more. And then grabbing the outside edge, I hold down the Alt key so it keeps it symmetrical. And I scale this to a nice oval shape. Double click to accept the selection, and then I use the arrow keys to move it up and down. Okay? I just moved it down a lot to show it to you, but every time you hit the arrow key, it nudges it a little bit. Now I hit Control D to turn off the selection, and obviously that doesn't look like a reflection. Give me a second. I change normal on the layer opacity to screen, and voila. That's pretty much the ball we have at the beginning, but it's not the background. We go back to that gradient, letting it set just the way it was, which by the way was radial. I didn't mention that. It's a radial gradient. I'm going to grab down here, pull up as far as I pretty much can, and then I'm going to let that screw up in here, because in case you do it, now you know what it is. I have to select the background first. And by the way, I hit Control Z to undo that. So hit the background first, and there it is. Pretty much what we started with, pretty much what I said I was going to show you, and there you go. Feel free to go over this video a few times if I went kind of fast. That was the whole point of it. Also, if you go to the website, I might actually have the file there that I just created for you right now. You can download it and fiddle with it with all the layers in place and so forth. Thanks for watching.